Danny here once again, and I'm going to be giving you guys a lap guide on the brand new Gran Turismo 7 time trial. Every Thursday, I think you know the trend by now, every Thursday we get a new time trial which lasts for 2 weeks, and I spend quite some time on the time trial to, try and get the best lap time for the guide and show you guys how to get the goal time. So we did spend we streamed this earlier today. Actually earlier just now as of the time of recording this video, and we managed to meet for mid 54.5. And this car being a very fast, pretty much high downforce car, there's not much time to find, but there's very few places you can gain additional time, if you know what I mean, because it's high speed ring. There's a few corners to brake and stuff like that, and that's about it. But with that being said, some corners are still tricky, which I'll explain in this lap guide. So I'll be showing you guys how to tackle this track. So you want to do 2 consecutive lap times first, because as you saw from the start of when I entered the replay, I'm starting around here. I'm starting the lap around here. So what you want to do is you want to do 1 full lap first and then do a second consecutive lap. Because if you don't do a second consecutive lap, you're going to lose about 2 to 2.5, a 10 to 2 tenths in the first sector. And a tenth is worth pretty big here, because we're doing a sub 1 minute lap. So this is my second lap, but no, I did the 54.5 on my third lap. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys the third and final lap I did of this session. So last corner, as you're ending your first or the previous lap you're ending, so the last corner over here, you want to lift off of the throttle just a little bit. You want to keep the revs going in 7th gear, so aim for about 310 kilometers per hour entry speed, but keep the steering very gently. Right? Look at the steering. If you look at the red dot, it's about 45 degrees to the left. So you want to keep the steering around that angle, because if you don't want to understeer into the last corner wall and you get the 3-second penalty. So you want to keep almost stay up on the banking, but keep towards the middle so you reduce the risk of the understeer. I did have to lift a little bit there because I was already but if you do feel you're understeering into the wall, just give it a big lift and then just floor it again when you feel the grip. So once it's revving already, you upshift to 8th gear. This car is 8 gears, so yeah, it's pretty interesting. So starting the lap here. So turn 1, this is turn 1 pretty flat, but to cut, you can save up a bit of time at turn 1 by riding the inside curb over here, placing the car on the inside curb here, just riding the inside curb, scrubbing as little speed as possible. And now heading to turn 2, just as you pass the 50 board, just as you pass it, after you pass the 50 board distance, you're pretty much braking. You want to stay as high as you can on this green part of the track, because that's where you're going to be gaining a lot of time. If you stay anywhere lower, you're probably going to lose a lot of time at the exit. So stay as high as you can, but don't hit the wall. Try not to hit the wall. You can graze the wall a little bit like this. Just graze it, but don't smack or hit it, or else you're going to get the penalty. You can just graze the wall slightly. That way you can get a better exit speed, and you can get an exit speed around 237 to 240 kilometers per hour. And you're actually in 7th gear because you're taking it at high speeds. So sector 1 is 22.3. So your next braking zone is pretty much level on the 50 meter board for turn 3. So downshift to 5th over here. So trail brake, keep a little bit of braking input because it's a high speed car. You want to let the car reduce the speed as much as possible in the medium speed turns. So just keeping it in 4th gear here for the extra rotation. And then I go up to 5th to prepare myself for the exit. So I'm just coasting, letting the car coast because it's a 4-wheel drive, but it does act like an FF drivetrain on the corner exit. So you don't want to steer too much. So I'm not on full lock steering here. I'm pretty much 85 degrees to the right steering angle. So once I'm pretty much almost looking straight at the Firestone signboard in front of me, This one I'm while hugging the curb on the inside. This one I'm flooring it already in 5th gear. Just flooring it, keeping the steering smooth. So then braking in almost a straight line when you're for turn 4 when you're pretty much level with the start of the inside curb for turn 4. So just going down to 4 again for the acceleration. So I got to 5th gear again, and then I floored in 5th gear when I'm pretty much almost neck and neck with this green and white arrow signboard on the right hand side of the corner. So just a small lift again because I felt the understeer. So if you're feeling understeer on the exit, just have a small lift and then just floor it again, okay? So just revving it in 6th gear. So sector 2 should be a 39.543. And then your last corner. So again, just like what I explained at the start of the lap guide, just a small lift when you're pretty much almost level with pretty much passing the green AstroTurf. This level, keeping it to the high line over here. Now I'm trying just a little bit more staying input because I'm lifting a little bit more. I'm trying to carry as much more speed as possible. And when you don't feel any more understeer, you can just floor it in 7th gear and then upshift to 8, holding the line, and that is a lap. That is a lap of high-speed ring in the Mazda LM55 VGT. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the lap guide. It looks easy. I mean, it's easy to get the gold this week actually. You can just pretty much do 1 or 2 laps. Actually 2 laps. I recommend doing 2 laps to get to maximize the, you know, to maximize taking more speed onto the start finish straight to get a better lap time basically. That's what I explained at the start of the lap guide. So without further ado, I'm gonna give you guys the lap without a commentary as usual to end the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the lap guide.